is yet to come, said Anthony de Mello.
Good morning, one and all. I am Sheen James, and with me is Bibi Ann. It is with great pride we are here today for the inaugural ceremony of the Association of Commerce Self-Financing Department for the year 2021. We are happy to welcome each and every one of you who have joined online.
It is mark of our undying tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of an important event. So I like to call upon Miss Nivya Mariam Saju and Miss Ria Jordan for the prayer song.
നാമകീർത്തനം പാടുവാനല്ലെങ്കിൽ നാവിനിക്കെന്തിനു നാദാ അവദാനമെപ്പോഴും അതരങ്ങളെന്തിനു നാദാ ഈ ജീവിതമെന്തിനു നാദാ തിരുനാമകീർത്തനം പാടുവാനല്ലെങ്കിൽ നാവിനിക്കെന്തിനു നാദാ അവദാനമെപ്പോഴും ആലപിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിൽ അതരങ്ങളെന്തിനു നാദാ ഈ ജീവിതമെന്തിനു നാദാ പാടിയുണർത്തുന്ന കിളികളോടൊന്നു ചേർന്നാർത്തു പാടാം പാടിയുണർത്തുന്ന കിളികളോടൊന്നു ചേർന്നാർത്തു പാടാം പുഴയുടെ സംഗീതം ചിറകേറ്റിയെത്തുന്ന കുളിർക്കാറ്റിലലിഞ്ഞു ഞാൻ പാടാം പുഴയുടെ സംഗീതം ചിറകേറ്റിയെത്തുന്ന കുളിർക്കാറ്റിലലിഞ്ഞു ഞാൻ പാടാം തിരുനാമകീർത്തനം പാടുവാനല്ലെങ്കിൽ നാവിനിക്കെന്തിനു നാദാ അവദാനമെപ്പോഴും ആലപിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിൽ അതരങ്ങളെന്തിനു നാദാ ഈ ജീവിതമെന്തിനു നാദാ.
Commerce Association provides a platform for the students to exhibit their talents in various commerce-oriented events, and it
Bibi, you are muted. Bibi mute ചെയ്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്, unmute ചെയ്യണേ.
Okay, it was some technical issues, sorry. Commerce Association provides a platform for the students to exhibit their talents in various commerce-oriented events, and will also provide them to enhance analytical and decision-making skills. The events which we offer will extend a platform to grasp teamwork, critical thinking, and creative learning, and also to build self-confidence.
Now, let me invite Mr. Joshua Joni, Assistant Professor of our department and the President of Commerce Association for the welcome speech.
Good morning to one and all present here. I feel extremely privileged to honor for the opportunity to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of Commerce Association 2021-22, organized by Self-Financing Department of Commerce, St. BERCHMANS College. College life is indeed the best and most memorable phase one's life. With the many up and downs facing, we grow to be a better vision of ourselves. Our association works well through the years, and it offers all sorts of support, both academically and non-academically, for the well-being of students. Most of all programs in our department conducted through the initiative of Commerce Association. And we will repeat the same this year also. Now, I would like to introduce and welcome our Honorable Chief Guest for the event, Dr. Stephen Mathew sir. He has secured his doctoral degree from Kerala University in 2002. Former principal of SP College, former director of EXIM Bangalore, former dean of Naivonia Institute of Management and Information Technology, Angamali, former director of BERCHMANS Institute of Management Studies, SP College. We are really lucky to have such an eminent personality as our guest. With immense pleasure, on behalf of SP College, I welcome Dr. Stephen Mathew sir to this function.
Thank you. Thank you.
Reverend Dr. Teddy Kanjuparambil, the Director of Self-Financing Program, is indeed a man of sincere concern for our department and a constant support for all the activities of our department. He acts as a guiding light and a source of motivation of the faculty as well as our students. It is my privilege to welcome Reverend Dr. Teddy Kanjuparambil to this inaugural ceremony of our association.
Thank you. Thank you.
A ship sail is always under a captain's control. The leader of our ship, Dr. Jacob Thomas, is a man of simplicity, humility, and efficient leadership. A true leader with years of experience and one who served as the vice principal of the college. Sir has a true vision and stands in front of to coordinate all the activities of our department. I take this opportunity to heartily welcome our head of the department, Dr. Jacob Thomas, to this program.
Thank you.
I would like to welcome all the teachers in our department, all the association members, and the last but not least, students of our Department of Commerce. I welcome each and everyone to the inaugural ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, moving on to the Director of Self-Financing Programs of our college, Reverend Dr. Teddy Kanjuparambil. Father has been a constant support to all the programs of our department and has indeed been light in the darkness. So without consuming any time, I would like to call upon Father Teddy for the presidential address.
Am I audible?
Yes, Father.
So you are audible and also visible.
Thank you, sir. Dear and respected Dr. Stephen Matthews, Dr. Jacob Thomas, faculty members, and my dear students, a very good morning to all. See, college is usually understood as a place where students attend classes to qualify for a degree so that they will be equipped for a decent job that will provide them with sufficient means to lead a respectable life, attain financial independence, and settle down as a successful person. But is this the whole purpose of college life? Education in general aims at the all-round development of individuals and contributes to the betterment of society as a whole. So I would say college is a place where young men and women learn, think, interact, discover, and grow. At the end of the day, the purpose of college is about gaining academic excellence along with social experiences and cultural exposures. College provides a milieu where students socialize with others, practice human values, cultivate a civic sense, and become responsible citizens of the country. It is towards this purpose a department association has to function and design programs. The various programs conducted under its auspices should give opportunities for the integral development of students. I know in the days to come, the Commerce Association financing stream will have many programs waiting for the students to exhibit their talents, and it would provide them with sufficient opportunities to grow and develop into better, mature personalities. So on this occasion, I express my gratitude to Dr. Stephen Matthews, who was our principal and a good friend of me, and an amiable person who is a scholar, a great speaker, and who was actually at the leading role in many institutions. So I'm so happy that Stephen sir is here today to grace the occasion with his valuable presence, and I know you will hear from him something for your life to imbibe, okay, and cherish for a lifetime in your life, because he is a man of experience, and he knows or he is well aware how a student should be on the campus and what he has to attain, not just some academic pieces of knowledge, but something more from the campus life. So once again, I express my happiness and gratitude that Stephen sir is here, and all these things are efficiently carried out under the strong guidance and leadership of our dear Dr. Jacob Thomas. So who is actually a source of inspiration for me also. He's a gentleman par excellence, and actually we all people look at Jacob sir with admiration and so much appreciation. So I express my gratitude to Jacob sir also for leading this department and functioning as the coordinator of the self-financing programs on this occasion. And I do appreciate the sincere efforts of the other faculty members of the department who put in so much hard work for uplifting the children in every way possible. And I appreciate the coordinating the efforts of the student coordinators also for holding this program so well. And with these few words, okay, I don't want to steal away much of your time, because you are going to listen to an erudite address delivered by Dr. Stephen Matthews. So with this few words, I wind up my short address, and thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Father, for your motivating words. Words make you think. Music makes you feel. A song makes you feel a thought. I invite Miss Hima Raju from second year FTA for a beautiful song.
ദൈവവശമായി നീ എന്നിൽ കാലങ്ങൾ മുന്നേ വന്നോ ആത്മാവിനുള്ളിൽ ഈവൻ തോമഞ്ഞാൽ തോരാതെ പെയ്തു തേടി പറന്നു നടന്ന ചലഭമായി കാൽപ്പാട് തേടി അലഞ്ഞു ഞാൻ ആരും കാണാം മനസ്സിൽ ചിറകിലൊളിച്ച മോഹം പൊൻപീലിയായി വളർന്നിതാ മഴ പോലെ എന്നിൽ പൊഴിയുന്നു നേർത്ത വെയിലായി വന്നു മിഴിയിൽ തൊടുന്നു പതിവാ നിന്നൊരാഗം ഒരു കാറ്റ് പോലെ പടരുന്നു നെഞ്ചില പോലെ കൊഞ്ചിയൊഴുകുന്നിരുന്നു അഴകേ ഈ അനുരാഗം മിന്നുകിനാവിൻ തിരിയായെന്നേ ദിനം കാത്തുവച്ചാമടയാതെ ഇടനെഞ്ചിനുള്ളിലേ ആകാശമായി ഞാൻ ഇരച്ചേർത്തു വച്ചിടാം വിലോലമാ ഓരോ രാവും പകരുകയായിടാം ഓരോ നോവും മകനിതമായിടാം തിരനീരിയോടെ ഒരു മായാമഴവില്ല ഇനി എന്താണ് തിളങ്ങിനീ മഴ പോലെ എന്നെ പൊഴിയുന്നു നേർത്ത വെയിലായി വന്നു വീട് തുടർന്നു പതിവാ നിന്നനുരാഗം ഒരു കാറ്റ് പോലെ പടരുന്നു നെഞ്ചിനിട പോലെ കൊഞ്ചിയൊഴുകുന്നിരുന്നു അഴകേ ഈ എല്ലാവരും ജീവാംശമായി താനേ നീ എന്നിൽ കാലങ്ങൾ മുന്നേ വന്നോ പടിമേലെ മനോഹരാതെ വിരലാൽ ഇടവഴിയാതെ ഗന്ധം തേടി ഓരോ വാക്കിലായി ഓരോ നോക്കിൽ ഒരു നിറവായി തിരപാടും കടലാകും കളിരോമൽ വിരിയാടും തിരയുന്നു മനസ്സുമില്ലേ ജീവാംശമായി നീ എന്നിൽ കാലങ്ങൾ വന്നോ ആത്മാവിനുള്ളിൽ ഈവെന്തോ മഞ്ഞ തോരാതെ നീ പോവാതെ തേടി പറന്നു നടന്ന കലകമായി കാൽപ്പാട് തേടി അലഞ്ഞു ഞാൻ ഓരോരും കാണാം മനസ്സിൽ ചിറകിലൊളിച്ച് പൊൻപീലിയായി മഴ പോലെ എന്നിൽ പൊഴിയുന്നു നിത്ത വീടായി വന്നു മിന്നിൽ തൊടുന്നു പതിവാ നിന്നനുരാഗം ഒരു കാറ്റ് പോലെ പടരുന്നു നെഞ്ചിനിട പോലെ കൊഞ്ചിയൊഴുകുന്നിരുന്നു അഴകേ ഈ അനുരാഗം താങ്ക് യു
Thank you, Hima, for your melodious song. We have Dr. Stephen Matthews as our chief guest for the event, who was our former principal and former director of BERCHMANS Institute of Management Studies. We are grateful to him for accepting our invitation and becoming our chief guest of today's event. On behalf of the department, I invite Dr. Stephen for the inaugural address. Please, sir.
Hello, good morning to you all. Reverend Dr. Tediacha, who spoke affectionately about me. Jacob Thomas, the director, the coordinator of the BCom course, who is also my student. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു സാറ് യാത്രയിലാന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു, കാറിലിരുന്നുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇതിനകത്ത് പങ്കെടുക്കുന്നത്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് സാറിന് ഇതിലേക്ക് ക്ഷണിക്കുകയാണ്. The president of the association, Joshua Johnny, sir, and the secretary of the association, Joel Rinsa. A very good morning to all of you. There are teachers here, students here, around 250 plus or minus. That time varies or the number varies from time to time. So all of you are welcome to this inaugural function. I'm really happy to be with you today online. And in fact, this online programs is a legacy of the pandemic. But for this corona, I think we would always have thought about meeting together and physically seeing each other. Now here we are on a virtual mode online and we are able to meet each other. In a way, it is good because in your comfort of your home, you can attend a meeting. You can invite anybody from any part of the world and conduct meetings. These are the positives. At the same time, there are also negatives. Of course, people can be switching on their TV or switching on their computer or their mobile phone and can be sitting elsewhere. So all these can happen. But this is an advantage and we should take the full credit for this facility or availing this facility for the corona. So I have a presentation for you. I will just go to my presentation. It's not visible to you. Let me see. Is the presentation visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now you are the fortunate people who are joining SB College on its 100th year. You are being part of the glorious journey of SB College as it completes its centenary. And remember, you live up to the great traditions of this college. Seen the statue at the top of this tower. I'll give you a closer look at it. I'm always in love with this statue. The reason is because some 60 years ago, that means when I was a child, studying in the second standard, on the date of the Christ the King festival, actually this year it falls tomorrow, that's why I'm reminded of that. We used to have a procession. ഞാൻ ചങ്ങനാശ്ശേരി പള്ളിയിലെ ഒരു അംഗമാണ്, പാരീഷണറാണ്. അവിടെ നിന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ കൊച്ചു കുട്ടികളൊക്കെ ക്രിസ്തുരാജൻ കി ജയ്, ക്രിസ്തുരാജൻ വീണാൽ വാഴട്ടെ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് നേരെ നടന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ SP കോളേജിലേക്ക് വരും. SP കോളേജിൽ വന്ന് കോളേജ് ചാപ്പൽ അവിടെ ഒരു പ്രസംഗമൊക്കെ കാണും. അതിനുശേഷം ഞങ്ങൾ വീട്ടിൽ പോകുമായിരുന്നു. അന്ന് എനിക്ക് ഈ ക്രിസ്തുരാജനും SB കോളേജുമായിട്ട് എന്താ ബന്ധമെന്നൊന്നും എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ലായിരുന്നു. പിന്നീടാണ് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായത് ഈ ടവറിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും മുകളിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ആ സ്റ്റാച്ചു ക്രിസ്തുരാജിന്റെ. പിന്നീട് എനിക്ക് ഇതുമായിട്ടുള്ള അടുത്ത ബന്ധം വന്നു. ഞാൻ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൾ ആയിരുന്ന സമയത്ത് മോഹൻലാലിന്റെ ഒരു സിനിമ, അത് ഫ്ലാഷ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സിനിമയായിരുന്നു. അതിന്റെ ഷൂട്ടിംഗ് ഇവിടെ നടക്കായിരുന്നു. അതില് മേളില് അങ്ങനത്തെ നടുക്കത്തെ റെയിലിംഗ് ഉണ്ട്, റെയിലിങ്ങിനകത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന ഒരു സീൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പിന്നീട് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി ഈ രൂപം സ്പെയിനിൽ നിന്ന് ഇറക്കുമതി ചെയ്തതാണ് എന്നൊക്കെ ഉള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ വരികയുണ്ടായി. ഇതൊക്കെ എല്ലാം കൂടെ കൂട്ടിച്ചേർത്ത് ഞാനൊന്ന് എഴുതി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. സൗകര്യമുള്ളവരൊക്കെ അതൊന്ന് വായിക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും ഈ ഒരു ക്രിസ്തുരാജന്റെ ഈ രൂപവുമായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും എനിക്കൊരു അടുപ്പമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എന്നും ഞാൻ അതിനോട് നോക്കി ഒരു നേരം ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് എങ്കിലും പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ചിട്ട് മാത്രമേ ഞാൻ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ആയിരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും പോവുകയുണ്ടായിരുന്നുള്ളൂ. സോ യു ആർ ഓൾ വെൽക്കം ടു SB College, the Christ the King campus, and you are also reminded of the Christ the King feast tomorrow. We are at the inauguration of the Commerce Association. Why should we have a Commerce Association? Our the intentions. One is that it is to city. You come together, all the commerce students come together. I think often students come and shout, "Com," ഉറക്കെ വിളിച്ചു പറയുന്ന അവസരങ്ങൾ പലപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. കൂടാനായിട്ട് അവസരം പലപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ടാകത്തില്ല. നിങ്ങൾ 3 സ്ട്രീമുണ്ട്, നിങ്ങൾ 3 വർഷത്തിലെ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ട്, അങ്ങനെ 9 ക്ലാസ്സിലെ ആൾക്കാർ ഒരുമിച്ച് കൂടാനായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു അവസരമായിട്ടാണ് ഈ അസോസിയേഷന്റെ മീറ്റിങ്ങുകൾ കാണുന്നത്. So this is the time to show solidarity that you belong to the commerce fraternity. So there is one purpose of this commerce association. Showcase your talent, and today we have seen a number of people who have showcased themselves. There is Bibi and I think it is Dominic. We had 2 people singing the prayer song, Nivea and Ria, and we listened to Hima, and we will also listening to Nidya, and we have a secretary, Joel Rinsa. The students can show off their talent, and I think that is what the association should be used for. There will be a number of students who have talents, and to make use of this association venue to talent. Yes, this is a time to organize. I'm sure the association will organize. Say here itself today, you are organizing a program. I'm sure you'll be organizing a number of other programs also. You'll be inviting students from other colleges and conducting competitions. So this gives you an opportunity to organize, and this is again a platform for you to organize. And this should be a place to get exposure. I think TDHM പ്രത്യേകം പറയുണ്ടായി, this is an exposure to social and cultural. That means you should get exposed. I would say get exposed to around in the world, because you should not be confining your studies to the 4 walls of your classroom. അതിനപ്പുറമായിട്ട് എന്തൊക്കെ നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അത് നിങ്ങളുടെ സബ്ജക്റ്റുമായിട്ട് എങ്ങനെ ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു ഒക്കെ ഒന്ന് അറിയാനായിട്ടുള്ള അവസരം കൂടിയാണ്. So the association will be conducting a number of programs where you'll be meeting people, you'll be listening to them, and you will be getting exposed to other competitions and other programs that are held outside, all on account of this association. So I'm sure this Commerce Association this year, all these objectives, show solidarity, showcase your talent, is an opportunity for organizing, and also you getting exposed to many happenings around the world. Today I thought of sharing something that came across in the news last month. I'm sure you must have also read it. This was the news which appeared on 8th October 2021. Tata Sons win bid to acquire Air India. Ratan Tata tweets, "Welcome back." Air India history is nothing else but Tata to Tata, a full circle from 1932 to 2021. I just want to share with you this Air India history, and from this we can learn the real history of the Indian economy. So we start with the first flight of the Tata aviation service. Actually, it was piloted by JRD Tata himself. He was a licensed pilot, and the first flight was from Karachi to Bombay. Now, this photograph is when they celebrated the 30th anniversary in 1962. It's not the photograph taken in 1932. The Tata, who is a conglomerate today, a company which is selling from salt to software, just entered into a number of fields. They were into steel, they were into manufacturing, they were into the education field. So all these were there. And it said in 15th October 1932, it was a proud day for India with its first ever commercial flight. But JRD Tata himself for this aviation service to another person, an Englishman called Nevin Vincent. He was an Englishman born in South Africa. He himself was a pilot. He had the idea of starting an aviation service and he approached the Tatas. And that he approached the Tatas in 1929 and they sent a proposal to the government. Remember, 1932 means when we were under the rule of the British. And the British government did not accept uh, aviation service being organized by or started by an Indian personnel. And so Nevin Vincent himself went and met then the Viceroy Lloyd Wellington. He got the permission, and it almost took 3 years for the first flight to be conducted in 1932. So JRD himself says, undoubtedly, the founder of Indian air transport is not the Tata or JRD, it is Neville Vincent. So very often people forget the real founders of many of the organizations. JRD himself is paying tribute to the real founder. But JRD Tata remained the Air India's chairman till 1978 when Morarji Desai government removed him. But Indira Gandhi put him back, but only as a director, not as a chairman. So he continued to be in the board. And he said JRD Tata, as the chairman, gave attention to the details of the Air India flights. It said that he went and when he got in come. And there were two bidders. Besides the Tata, there was from SpiceJet. Since the Tatas offered the higher amount, they received the agreement. And this is what the Tata offered. 18,000 crore was offered. And the total debt of Tata of the Indian Airlines was 61 crores, of which the government will take over 46,000 crores. And Tata will take up 15,300. That means that Tata will have to pay in cash only 2,700 crores. Look at the amount the government have been pumping in for the last 10 years or so, 1,10,276. That means near to 10,000 crores was spent by the government. So by the takeover, this can be relieved that or need to be given to the Indian Airlines for its sustenance. And that's why this is the Amul ad which says Tata goodbye. This was a good purchase by the Tatas. It is a good or bad that only time can tell. Dating back some 50 or more years before. But will they be able to go forward? I think the liability will be the 8,000 employees. How can they control them? They make them efficient? And that's a big question mark on Tata's, how they will proceed with the running of Air India, making it into a profitable one. And if you look at the Tata story, we can see a full circle. As we said, it started with Tata and it also ended with Tata. As I said, aviation service was 32 and it became Air India in 1946, a public company. It was nationalized in 1953 by the Nehru government, and the two companies were set up, Air India and Indian Airlines. And they were merged in 2007. Both of them were merged together. And in 2018, government offered bids or asking for sale bids. And in 2021, after 3 years, Tata is running back. So from Tata back to Tata. Now we can relate this to the story of the Indian economy. The second circle represents the Indian economy or the India as a country. We must remember 1932 is a pre-independence. Before independence, the aviation service was started. Now, after independence, India was in the socialist economy, socialist mode, and therefore it nationalized. It said there should be no big private enterprises, it should be public, and therefore it nationalized. And you must remember there was nationalization of banks also. Of 14 banks were also nationalized. So nationalization was the trend in those days. But things changed. In 1991, we hear about the LPG. Of course, you know what is LPG. L stands for liberalization, P stands for privatization, and G stands for globalization. So in 1991, liberalization was there. A number of players were allowed in each field. In earlier, in the air service, there were only limited services. Say, for example, Air India was always a monopoly. There was no choice. But after 1991, almost 10 air services were there. For example, you must remember about Jet Airways, Deccan, we had the Kingfisher, a number of airlines were open. So that was liberalization. Now, privatization, and that is what is happening now. The government is nowadays thinking about privatizing the public enterprises. And globalization, the foreigners were also invited. Say, even in the airlines, we have two foreign collaborators is the Vistara. Actually, Tata is also a player there with the Singapore Airlines. And also we have Air Asia with the Malaysia. Pro players, and what resulted was intense competition everywhere and also in the airways. And there were losses incurred by Air India. Air India, which was working like government found that it cannot work like decision, it has to be effective, lost. And these heavy losses compelled the government to sell off. And ultimately, we know that it has been sold off. India is today not a socialist economy, we are a capitalist economy. There's no socialism anymore. We find more and more private players, more and more strong entrepreneurs coming up, and they have taken over the economy, so to say. Government has lesser and lesser control, or in other words, government has moved out of business. Government itself has become small, and government sees that there is a governance of these business enterprises. And so today we can say that India is no more a socialist economy or a socialist democracy. It is a capitalist democracy. Democracy where capitalists are given some freedom to go forward and lead the economy. So this is the story of Tata Aviation and Air India, back to Tata, and also the Indian economy there. So that I'm sure will give you some idea as to how far and how the Indian economy has moved from its independence to today after 75 years. What I want to tell you is that the Commerce Association platform, nowadays we have the offline classes, we say. I'm not for the word offline. I would say we have real classes, because we had classes, then we talked about online. Now comparing with the online, nowadays we are talking about offline. But the better word is real, because the real classes are where you meet each other and speak with each other. So these real classes will make the activities of the association also more active, and you will also get exposed to the real world. I think that is what you missed. In the last 1 year, you had online classes, you had knowledge acquisition, you had sufficient matter to write the examination. What about your social skills? What about your cultural skills? And that was missing there. So that is what your association should give exposure to. And let this association equipped to be employable. Nowadays, there are some constraints in getting employed. And due to the COVID, there are some areas where employment is still in high demand. I think today also I read about the IBM CEO talking about a lot of requirement in the IT field. So possibility is there. It is for you to find out where the where the employability is, and get yourself equipped to be employable. So often people talk about the graduates today, only 20% are employable. I think the association will make you sure that you will be equipped enough to be employable. Take up responsibilities. When you conduct programs, you are taking up responsibilities, and that will lead you to be better employees in the future and to be managers who are responsible. So this association should give you opportunity to be responsible persons and take up responsibilities, and must be responsive to changes. The best example is the corona. When we were afflicted by corona, we were confined to our home, we continued with the classes. We were responsive to whatever happens around. That is the greatest ability of the human being, to be responsive to the changes, adaptability, resilience. You should be able to be responsive, responsible. And I would say you have to be citizens of the world. And sure, you people will not be looking at India as the only place of employment. I'm sure you're looking all around. The global market is open to you. It is only to make sure that you become a true citizen wherever you are, committed to the society, the community where you are, and to the world in general. So these are the wishes I have for you. And I hope and pray that your association, the Commerce Association, will enable you to achieve all this. And lastly, tomorrow is the feast of the Christ the King. I convey you the greetings of the day. I have written a blog on my earlier days, and now I got associated with SP College, and also the early history of St. BERCHMANS College, and erecting the Christ the King statue. So those who are interested through and read the blog. I formally inaugurate this year's activities of the Commerce Association of St. BERCHMANS College. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us. Dr. Jacob Thomas, our head of department, has always been our strength and backbone. I invite sir for the felicitation. Over to you, sir.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Stephen Matthews, President of the meeting, Reverend Dr. Teddy Kanyuparambil, respected teachers, and my dear students. As Stephen sir has mentioned, I am in a journey. I have to attend a funeral, but I am in the car attending the program. I am very sorry that I cannot attend the program using my lap. Anyhow, I have listened to my teacher, Dr. Stephen Matthews. I am very happy today that Dr. Stephen Matthews has inaugurated our Commerce Association this year. It's because, as he has mentioned, I am his student. We always, the students of Dr. Stephen Matthews, always consider him as a model teacher, not just a teacher. And I am fortunate enough to associate with him even after my studies in SB College. As a colleague in the Department of Commerce, and thereafter in various capacities working in BERCHMANS College. As he has mentioned here, Commerce Association is a forum to give the students to exhibit their talents and skills, showcasing their skills. My appeal to the students at this time is to make use of the opportunity provided by the Commerce Association. Some of my colleagues yesterday came to me and suggested certain programs to be conducted by the Commerce Association. Yes, there are good programs. In addition to that, the students also can suggest certain programs to be conducted, and thereby we can make our association a very active one. So that is the only suggestion I have to give you at this point of time. Now, Stephen sir, I will share the link of the blog you have about Christ the King to the students. I know that they are also very happy to read the blog. So I will share that. I assure you that I will share the blog to the students, the link with the students, and wishing you all the best. Let me cut short. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, sir. Now let's invite Ms. Nidila Prakash of 3rd year CA for another soothing song.
ആരാരോ വരാമിന്നൊരീ മോഹം വാതിൽക്കൽ കിനാവിന്റെ കാൽസ്വരം ആരാരോ വരാമിന്നൊരീ മോഹം വാതിൽക്കൽ കിനാവിന്റെ കാൽസ്വരം പുലരികളിൽ പൊഴിയും ഹിമഗിരിനിന്നപ്പോൾ ഇലകളിൽ വനശലഭങ്ങൾ പോൽ ഹൃദയമേ ചിരകാലമിന്നിനാ പ്രണയമേ നിറമാനമാകയാം ഉദയതാരമേ അരികിലൊന്നു നീ പ്രിയനുമായി വേഗം പോരൂ പ്രിയനുമായി വേഗം പോരൂ കടലിലെ തിര പോലെ തിരയുമിൻ മിഴിനീരേ മധുരമാം ഒരു നീലത്തലംബരം ഹൃദയവീണകൾ ഒരു നാദമായി വിണ്ണിൽ നിന്ന വിൺമുടിയിൽ വന്നൊരീരപ്പൂവേ ഇന്നതിന്റെ സൗരഭത്തിൽ ഉണരുകയായി പുലരിയിൽ ഒരു സ്വർണ്ണനാളമായി ഇരവിലും ഒരു കുഞ്ഞുമിന്നലായി മനസ്സിനുള്ളിലെ കുടിലിനുള്ളിലായി കനവ് പോൽ കൂടി ആരോ കനവ് പോൽ കൂടി ആരോ
Thank you, Nidila, for your heartwarming song. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a gift and not giving it. So I call upon Mr. Joel Rinson, Secretary of our association, for the vote of thanks.
A very warm good morning to one and all present here. It is a great privilege for us to thank all the people who have joined us in this ceremonial function. First of all, I would like to thank Reverend Dr. Teddy C. Kanyaparambil, the Director of the Self-Financing Department, who delivered us the presidential address, which was so motivating for our students. I believe his activities for the college and for the self-financing department will be a great asset for the college now and for the coming years. So I thank him in behalf of the Commerce Association and the Department of Commerce. Thank you, Father. Next, I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Stephen Mathews. We are so privileged that he is our chief guest today, and he accepted our invitation and was so happy to join us. we think we believe that we are having a great time. You are having a great time with us now, sir. Your past activities in the college will be remembered, and we are also so privileged that you are also a part of this inauguration ceremony of the Commerce Association. We like to thank you on behalf of the Commerce Association and the Department of Commerce. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joel.
Next, we would like to thank our HOD, Dr. Jacob Thomas, sir. He is the backbone of our department. He supervises and monitors our activities, and also he supports in all our moves. So we are so privileged and lucky to have him as our HOD. So we, on behalf of the Commerce Association, thank you, sir, for your participation in the association inauguration.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to thank our teachers who gave us all the moral support that we required during the ceremony, during the inauguration ceremony. Especially, we would like to thank our Commerce Association President, Mr. Joshua Joni, who was along with us during all the tenor of the meeting and also from the start, from planning onwards. We would like to mention Deepak sir, George sir, and also Abjit sir, and Rekha miss and Priyanka miss, who gave us moral and technical support during the course of our meetings. Also, we would like to thank BTV for live streaming our ceremony in YouTube. Also, we would like to thank our students. Actually, they are the strength of our association. We would like to do many things for our students, and in the coming days, we will do some online things also. I think I thank every students for coming and participating and attending the online ceremony for the association inauguration. Last but not least, I would like to thank God Almighty, who showered His blessing on us and also made us possible to conduct this meeting. I hope that we can conduct more programs in offline mode this year. Once again, thank you for joining this function and making this function a grand success. So thank you all.
Thank you, Joel. Now we have come to the end of today's program. We extend our thankfulness to all of you for joining the inaugural ceremony and hope to meet you all soon for another program.
We expect your support and presence for the upcoming events. It's me, Didi,
And Shane James signing off. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you.